morning, guys. Mikey here with the Backpacking Scouter, waking up to a beautiful morning. Nice little sunrise, and a beautiful little sunset as well last night as I was laying in the tent. But slept all right last night. Got up, I'm ready to start day 11. And we're getting out, getting on the trail. No major plans for today, just getting some miles on the trail. Not really certain exactly what we're gonna get, but we're gonna shoot for 18-20 miles a day, see how it feels. Shouldn't be a ton of hills, but there's gonna be a little bit of gradual up and down, probably estimating around 3,000 to 4,000 foot of elevation gain, which isn't too bad, spread over 18-20 miles. So it's gonna be hot though, or at least I have a feeling it's gonna be hot. Got it this morning, put my fleece on like normal, thinking, oh, it's chilly. Got out, started getting ready, packing everything up. Before we even got on the trail, I was like, fleece is coming off. Looked at my little thermometer, it's already 62 degrees and only 7 a.m. So it's gonna be warm. Maybe we'll get blessed with some clouds or something in the afternoon. But we'll see. Outside of that, let's see how the rest of segment 14, and I think we'll even start segment 15, it's gonna look today. See you guys out on the trail. You know, I get that not all trails can connect, but there's some days where I wish somebody was sitting at the end of the last trailhead with an ice cold cup of lemonade and a side-by-side. And they said, hey, would you like a ride up this 3-mile hard surface Forest Service road to get to the next trailhead while you drink this nice cold cup of lemonade? Why, yes, fine sir, I would love that. But no, it's Monday and nobody's out. And so we're hiking 3 miles of Forest Service Road to get to the next trailhead. Fun.
Hey guys, so we finally found a camp that we liked after that long blistering road for a while. It didn't take us long. Luckily, right after we got to the trailhead, there was something not too far past a nice little creek, and it looked kind of nice enough and flat enough for us to be where we kind of wanted to be for the day anyway. So very happy about that. And we got here in a decent enough time, I guess, where we could kind of kick back and relax, because today was pretty hot. Walking those roads was just no fun. So for today, instead of just telling you more about the trail and stuff, because I think I've shown you a little bit of that throughout the day, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit about what some of our camp chores look like as when we get into camp each day. So when we first get into camp, we typically will pull our backpacks off and just sit down and chill for a little bit. For me, I like to remind my body that, that it doesn't have to carry that backpack all the time, and just take a minute to break for 5 or 10 minutes. And then I get up and we'll typically set up our sleeping scenarios. So we'll get our tent set up, and then we'll get our tent set, our sleeping areas in the tents, and everything set down. I typically throw all my gear that I know I'm going to have in my tent while that's going. And then after that, we'll typically go, if we've got a water source close by, we'll go and fill up the water so that we can start getting some good, clean, cold water filtered to have for, to make for dinner or to have for drinks. There's nothing better than mixing one of our little Kool-Aid packets in one of the cold water things and just having that, with dinner as you go along. And then we typically, if we have the luxury and we're close enough to a creek like we are today, we'll go, and I soaked my feet. While I'm sitting there soaking my feet, I'll wash some of my clothes and try to get the dust out of them and the dirt out of them and the stink out of them. And then we'll take some of those, and then I'll wash myself, and then we'll hang up our clothes and put them out to dry. So hopefully that they're dry by the next day, so that we can put them back into rotation. And then lastly, we typically will start to work on some dinner plans. We'll start to get the stove out, boil some water for our dinner. Typically we either have some freeze-dried meal or dehydrated meal that we've gotten from the store, or I've even dehydrated some of my own on some of these meals that we have, so like spaghetti and some other things that I've got there too. So we'll get those going, and then sit down, have some dinner. I typically will work on a little bit of video stuff, and then we just kind of sit back and relax, and and then eventually we'll head into the tent for the night, and maybe I'll read a little bit before laying down to go sleep. But that's pretty much it. Each day looks like that, as we get into camp. It depends on, how fast we have to get the things done. Depends on when we get into camp. If we're lucky and we get in early, we get to be a little lazier with our day. But if we're not, then, you got to get to those camp chores so that you can get to bed in a decent time, so you can get up and do it again tomorrow. But outside of that, we're doing great. We've made it through day 11. And gonna get started into day 12 tomorrow, and super looking forward to it. We're just a couple more days away too from catching our next resupply, and my friend Nat coming to hang out with us and pull us off trail for a night. So looking forward to some of that. So we'll look and see what tomorrow's gonna do, and see you guys tomorrow on the trail.